Welcome back. Okay, guys, so this next video is going to be on 911 Lone Star, episode season 3, episode 4, and it's entitled Push. So, guys, Grace went into labor. And her and Billy last week had left. Well, she left. She was leaving Billy, and he jumped in the car. And so, oh, guys, I guess that's just, I don't. Anywho, so, she goes into labor. So now they're stranded, because it's too much snow and the wheels can't get traction. So Billy goes and he tries to find, some kind of warm shelter for her because she's in labor. And he goes and he finds a tour bus. So he comes back and he gets her and they walk to the tour bus. And so he crank it up and eventually it runs out of gas. So, she's, on the couch or whatever in full labor. And he goes and he's trying to sop gas out of whatever he can. He's really, trying to help her. Even though she done called a man a weasel 2 or 3 times, he's really trying to help her. So he goes out, he's siping gas, he done siped so much gas. When he got back and actually cranked up the bus, put the gas in, he fell out. He fell out. He done inhaled so much gas trying to help Grace, he done fell out. So, anywho, so Strand, he's back home. He took Marshawn home and he goes home. Well, he comes home to discover his lights and stuff are out. So he goes in, he shaves, he's back to his original Owen Strand self, and here comes the knock at the door. It's Tommy. So of course, she has to tell him about TK, and he goes to the hospital, and really, the news was grim. Like they basically were saying, hey, his organs are shutting down. There's nothing more we can do unless it goes, unless things drastically change. There's nothing more we can do. So, he decided to go and try to find Grace and Billy. He was, and give Billy the letter, saying he was sorry, whatever, because at the moment he was saying, I can't fix TK, but that was that grief kicking in, like, let me just get away from this place because hey, grief kicking in, and I can't, because he's hit with that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, he's been out helping these people who were the cartel was looking for to kill. Like, and the whole time, all these weeks, I was saying, no one has told this man his son is laying here dying. You know what I'm saying? And so, him and TK was in the car. Him and Tommy was in the car, and she was trying to apologize, and he said, no, don't do that. You don't have to apologize. I already forgive you, whatever. And he, what you gonna say? You wish it was you, And so, he really, look, we're not going to point fingers and issue our blame. You know what I'm saying? This is the job we have. Our job is to go and save people. And I'm sure a lot of paramedics lose their life, but that's what they're called to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that's an oath. Like, I go down in flames or go down fighting or whatever, but to save whoever. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, don't do that. We know the job, just like, I guess, a firefighter, there's a possibility you run in that house to save someone, you might not come out, So a cop, you might not make it home every night. You know what I'm saying? It's the job. And so, being a paramedic, he knew his son wanted to be a paramedic. He knew his son knew the risk of being, in that field. And if this was his time to go because he saved a life, he did what he was supposed to do. So, he goes out, and TK is really, he's still talking to his mom because, they're having a whole conversation. And so at this point, Carlos, his mom had came in, and because she didn't even know they had broke up. She came in with her prayer bead, rosary beads, and she was like, well, he need to wake up because finally Carlos said, well, we broke up a couple months ago. And she was like, oh, he need to wake up so I could give him peace of my mind for hurting my boy. I like that. So she tells him, tell him what you feel. Tell him what you're thinking. Talk to him or whatever. He can hear you. And so him and his mom, in his conscious state, can see Carlos crying and going, and so he starts to tell his mom what happened, the breakdown. Carlos goes and get a condominium. TK credit was bad, and TK felt like, he felt some type of way because Carlos went about it, and so now he has to do all this crazy stuff to break up the relationship, some stupid stuff. And so, he was like, Mom, I hurt him real bad. And so, basically, his mom came to him and she said, you have to wake up. You have to wake up. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to go back. You have to wake up. And you have to fight, And that's when, all of a sudden, he was able to fight. But what was so sad, guys... Okay, so they go and they track, Grace and Billy. So they come in right in nick of time. She's in labor. She's like, I can't have this baby. Where's Judd? Well, Judd was behind. He jumped off the fire truck. He started walking. He comes to the tour bus right in time, and she's, oh, you made it. And you thought I was gonna miss it I wouldn't miss this for the world. See our kid born. I'm gonna tell you something. Who is the writer for 911? This baby that they gave them looked like she can eat at a table. I was like, you mean to tell me you couldn't find no infant? I know that baby got teeth and everything. I know that baby got teeth. I know that baby's eating Gerber food. I was like, so they're not going to get an infant? Like, this baby looked to be old enough to say, where is my spoon or fork? I'm just saying. Like, can you please give me an infant, at least for the first episode? Anyway, so she had a baby. Like I said, she had the baby. She pushed, and Strand was looking and we're thinking, that instinct, that fatherly instinct, she's birthing life, and I'm losing my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he goes outside, and I was in my room. I was like, oh, I'm so glad nobody's in here, because he went outside and went straight to his knees, and he just lost it. And so I was in here tears. But you know what, guys? Let me tell you, if you are a parent, you can relate. You can relate. You can relate, because, baby, I have always said, baby, I wouldn't even be in my right mind if something happened to my child. So, or either one of them. You know what I'm saying? So, as a parent, I related. I was balling. I was balling with him. And then Tommy come out, and, she, consoled him or whatever. But he lost it. He saw her head pushing that baby. Now, all of a sudden, I'm thinking about it hit him. My boy is laying and fighting for his life. Well, when his mama said, you have to go back, you have to fight, you have to stop this, he started breathing, or, he started. So, he woke up, and Carlos was there, and he was like, hey, baby. And, he welcomed him with open arms. He wasn't apprehensive or nothing like that. And they had a moment, and I was like, okay, so maybe TK's gonna have some sense. And so that Strand part took me out. It took me completely out. And so then, so they were getting ready. So the crew came. Okay, Tommy brought the girls over to the house, because, by this time they done went home. Tommy bring the girls by to meet the baby. The little baby, a few months younger than them, honey. I don't care what nobody say this baby about. If this baby is not no infant. But anywho, she gonna be talking in it at any moment. So so Tommy asked them, what are you gonna name her? And they decided to name her Charlie after Tommy's husband. So she, I thought that was sweet or whatever. So then TK, like I said, he woke up and everything was fine. So now they all as a family is at the fire station to be watching the 126 go down. Well, at the last moment, Marjan get a note. She get an alert saying the money that was needed to keep the 126 open, a private investor, a private funder, paid the money. So come to find out, it was Lindsay's family, mom and dad, the one who Paul rescued at the church or the building or whatever. Her parents actually paid the money. So they what is it called? They renovated the place and fixed it up and all this stuff, brought it up to speed, brought it up to code and stuff like that. And TK was there and Carlos, everybody was there, had a wonderful time. And so the 126 is back in business. And like I said, Lindsay's parents paid for it. That was all that happened. That was 911 episode season 3, episode 4, entitled Push. And Grace and Judd had their baby girl. This is Sean's Journey Out. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your mama, your daddy, your grandparents, whoever about me. Share my video. And I will see you all in my next video. Sean's Journey Out.